The SS Normandy, a luxury liner, was being refitted as a troop transport. Then, on February 9, 1942, the Normandy mysteriously exploded into flames.
By mid-afternoon, 3 decks were enveloped in smoke billowing before a cold northwest wind. New York's firefighting Mayor LaGuardia joined the scene. The valiant efforts of rescuers prevented an even greater disaster. Of the 1,500 men on board, 128 were injured, and only 1 died. Firefighters worked throughout the day and into the night. At 12:20 a.m., it was the end of the Normandy. The huge vessel listed in her berth, and Admiral Andrews, Commandant of the 3rd Naval District, ordered all hands to abandon ship.
Though it was never known whether the burning of the Normandy was sabotage or an accident, suspicions of espionage had been raised. A few months later, those suspicions were undeniable. German submarines landed 2 pairs of Nazi saboteurs on American soil. 2 men at Amagansett, Long Island, 2 more near Jacksonville, Florida. Fortunately, a few days later, the Nazis were captured. They were carrying explosives and plans for blowing up railways, bridges, and defense plants across the East Coast and Midwest. The Navy now realized the enemy was not only abroad, he was on U.S. soil as well. The Office of Naval Intelligence set out to uncover possible saboteurs at the port of New York. But there was a serious problem. None of the workers would talk to the authorities because the waterfront was largely controlled by the Mafia.
If you were law and you walked along the waterfront, everybody buttoned up. It was only when you had someone who was part of the waterfront could you get information of interest to the armed forces.
Navy Lieutenant Anthony Marslow is the last living member of an undercover Navy team that would secretly work with the Mafia. A bold plan was devised called Project Underworld. It was led by Naval Intelligence Officer Commander Charles Radcliffe Haffenden. Haffenden quickly assembled a team to contact the Mafia, a team that included a worried Marslow.
I had a question in my mind. I didn't voice it at the time. But after the meeting, in Haffenden's office, I said, you know, I have my doubts that these people who are not law-abiding citizens, what help they would give. I then went to John O'Connell, who was head of the Bureau of Investigation, District Attorney's Office. I said, John, this is what's proposed. He said, look, anything you can do to prevent American lives from being lost should be pursued. That was it.
Any means to an end. That philosophy fueled the relationship between the military and the Mafia, a relationship that would continue throughout the course of the war. One of the first people the Navy turned to for help was New